Let's get right into it. What if I told you that haunting grin was born in a secret lab? You've seen it a million times. The little green Lacoste alligator. It's on polos, shoes, bags, and sunglasses. It's a global symbol of preppy, understated cool. It just exists, right? Like it's always been there, perfectly poised. But what if I told you its origin is far stranger, less about a cool brand, and more about a gritty sports bet and a nickname that was anything but a compliment? This isn't just a logo. It's the result of one man taking a jab at his character and turning it into a global empire. The story is a wild mix of tenacious spirit, a bold wager, and a dash of almost supernatural branding. Our journey starts in the 1920s, a golden age for sports and the jazz-fueled high life. Our hero, René Lacoste, was a French tennis player, a formidable figure known for his relentless intensity on the court. He wasn't the tallest or the strongest, but his grit was unmatched. He'd chase down every ball, every shot, with the tenacity of a predator. An American sports journalist, after watching him play, penned a description that would change his life forever. The journalist called him the alligator, not as a term of endearment, but as a barb. It was meant to highlight his unyielding, almost savage grip on the game. Not exactly a moniker you'd put on a t-shirt, is it? But here's where it gets strange. Instead of being offended, René embraced it. He saw it not as an insult, but as a badge of honor. He knew it captured the very essence of his playing style, that he never, ever let go. And one day, a little detail sealed the deal. During a trip to Boston with the French Davis Cup team, René saw a beautiful alligator skin suitcase in a shop window. His coach, a friend and supporter, saw him eyeing it and made a deal. If René won his upcoming match, the coach would buy him that suitcase. He didn't win that match, but the story of the bet and his fierce nickname spread like wildfire. The alligator was now part of his identity, a symbol of his unbreakable focus. You have to imagine what this must have felt like. René, now the alligator, a man who had been defined by a critique, had the opportunity to redefine himself. He approached his friend, Robert George, a talented artist, to help him bring the symbol to life. George began sketching. The early drawings weren't the sleek, confident emblem we know today. They were different. They had a certain rawness, a bit of an edge. You can almost see the artistic process unfold, the pencil strokes gradually moving from a fearsome, toothy creature to something more nuanced. The alligator George created wasn't snarling, it was grinning. It had a knowing, almost mischievous look in its eye. It was a caricature of a predator, softened by an unexpected playfulness, almost winking at you. But the real shock came later. In 1933, René Lacoste and his partner, André Gillier, formed their company. And what did they do? They took that alligator, that symbol of tenacity, and that little smirk, and they stitched it onto the very first tennis polo shirt. Think about that for a second. An emblem born from an insult, an unfinished bet, and a whimsical sketch became the cornerstone of a fashion revolution. This wasn't just a logo, it was a statement. It was René Lacoste saying, "Yeah, I'm the alligator." What of it? He owned it, and in doing so, he made everyone else want to own it too. It turned an unglamorous nickname into a universally recognizable symbol of effortless style and fierce competition. Imagine if you were there, in a laboratory far from the tennis court, where the final design was being perfected. Some company folklore suggests that while the initial design was solid, there was something missing, a certain je ne sais quoi. You watch data pulses dance like technovines on holographic screens. Researchers, in this stylized, almost sci-fi setting, are trying to get the right feel for the logo. They're refining every single pixel, every thread. They're talking about concepts like tenacity and playful confidence. And then, an urban legend within the company whispers about an accidental genetic glitch, a momentary power surge in the digital rendering that subtly, almost imperceptibly, tweaked the mouth of the alligator. It was a slight upward curl, an almost smile that seemed to mock its own ferocity. This glitch, a tiny unintended anomaly, is what gave the alligator its signature grin, making it less of a predator and more of a charming rogue. Some researchers suggest that the enduring appeal of the Lacoste logo isn't just about the story, but about the very psychology of that grin. They believe it triggers a subtle, unconscious connection to both power and lightheartedness. It's a predator that looks like it's in on the joke. The logo doesn't threaten you. It invites you to join the club, to share in the smug confidence of owning your own character flaws and turning them into strengths. Could that be the secret to its success? Could a tiny design anomaly, born of pure chance, be the reason we're so drawn to it decades later? This isn't just a simple logo, it's a perfect storm of history, psychology, and a whisper of something more. An almost uncanny sense of knowing. Could you imagine this viral on TikTok today? Alligator conspiracy, secret design, preppy secrets. The theories would run wild, and the brand would be a sensation all over again. But that's a rabbit hole for another time. Next week, we're peeling back the layers on another unassuming item, the shocking history of the garden gnome. You won't believe where those mischievous little guys came from. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.